Hello everyone. Welcome back to Business Communication Class 3. So in our previous class we discussed about the communication and the features of the communication. So let us discuss in our today's class objectives of communication. Before we start with with the objectives of communication, let us have a glance about the previous video. So, my dear students, we discussed the features of communication. What is the communication? So, every day we talk to the members of our family, friends, and the relatives for various matters, on various matters. So, you receive the letters from your friends, relatives on a different occasions, and you send the messages maybe by using the modern media, or it may be verbal or non-verbal. So, here all of us know that man is a social animal. He cannot survive in isolation. As a member of a society, he is dependent on others. Means we all are dependent on each other. For most of the things, he has to take help from others. But the question is, how does one know what the others wants? So one has to convey his feelings, thoughts, ideas, requirements, experiences, etc. to another in such a way that the later understands those correctly. The same thing happens with the business also. It provides information to the customers, government, owners, employees, stakeholders, etc. And at the same time receives the information from them. In this lesson, we let us know how people convey their feelings, thoughts, ideas, messages, etc. That is what communication. So how they communicate each other. So my dear students, in our today's class, we will discuss about the objectives of communication. What are the objectives? There are two types of objectives. So one is the general objective and the second one is specific objective. So general objectives, why people communicate with each other, to ensure that why people communicate, how they communicate, whether their communication is reached the receiver, etc. We need to understand. So general objectives are to ensure that the communicated message is conveyed, it is clear and it is easily understood by the receiver. For example, we can take ads, that is advertisements. while watching tv while watching TV or any programs in on a TV. So advertise comes. So when we understand it, it is clearly communicated to the customers, to the stakeholders. It is understood. If we understand, it is communication. If we don't understand, it is not a communication. So to ensure that the communicated message, it may be verbal or non-verbal, it is clear, it is understood, easily understood by the receiver. The next one is to generate the required feedback from the receiver. Require feedback means what? When we send any message, we wait for the reply. We expect replies, feedbacks from the receivers. The next one is to help in building the relationship with all the stakeholders. And next is to effect the required change. So if any change is required in a business, so by communicating, generally communicating them by asking, by making the survey and all, so we can understand the change or the demand of the product and what we need to make a change in our product in a business, that we will understand. That is the communication. Next is to promote the image and goodwill of the concern, to develop the image and the goodwill of the business concern. Generally, this is also the general objective, to increase the productivity, to increase the sales, to influence the customers, potential customers. These are the general objectives of the communication. Next, we will see the specific objectives of the communication. What are the specific objectives? There are three types of specific objectives. First one is downward communication. Second one is objectives of upward communication. Third one is objectives of horizontal communication. There are three types of specific objectives. What are they? Downward, upward, and horizontal communication. So let us discuss these objectives, specific objectives, one by one. So the first one is objectives of downward communication. Downward communication means what? The communication is flow of information from a superior to his associates or subordinates. So top level to lower level, superior to his subordinates. Downward communication has the following objectives. So what is the downward communication objective here? When downward communication occurs, when downward communication happens. So the first one is to control, to exercise control, to control the crowd, to control the people, to control the subordinates. So as we know, the superior will be having the authority to control over his subordinates, his employees. So various kinds of duties are to be performed by the different persons in a business. So different person, supervisors will be there, clerk will be there, accountants will be there, okay, managers will be there. So their duties are different from each other. The employees need to understand and follow the rules and regulations of the superior. So boss will be there, and under the boss many people works. So they have to follow the rules and regulations of the organization. So who make the rules and regulation? Superior will make the rules and regulations. So they have to follow. Subordinates have to follow it. And next one is to explain the procedures and methods to be followed, like instructions, orders to be given to subordinate. Sometimes what happened to the newcomers, to the new employees, they give the instructions, they give the orders how to work, when to work, means how the work is to be done. So these all things they explain them. So here the instructions and the orders to be given to the subordinates, so employees, about the task, about the work, about the goals. The next one is to motivate the employees, motivating by the recognition, appreciation, supporting, appraising. This is very important in objectives of the objectives in the organization. Why? Because when they motivate employees, then they will get the work, effective work from them. So even when they motivate employees, when they appreciate employees, when they support their employees, then they will get a very good work from them. The next one is to give advice and counseling, to educate, to warn, and to raise the moral. So the next one is to educate. Communication is needed to educate and train the employees about the work culture, and for giving the practical training by the experts. Education may be any form, again as I said, maybe it is verbal or non-verbal. Here communication is needed to educate them, to train them. Training is also one of the education only. So sharing the ideas and knowledge here. So here train the employees about the work culture, rules and regulations, how the work is to be done. For example, after getting the MBBS degree, directly they'll not work as a doctors. They first get the training, and by they join as a trainee first, and then they get training, and then they work as a, they open their own, they may open their own medical, their hospital, or else they can join anywhere else. So training is must. Training, when they take training, then they can work better. So communication can be used to educate. And the next one is to warn. So informing a person, informing, warning means, warn means to informing a person about the uh, unpleasant or a possible danger, and arguing to be careful or cautious about some possibilities of action. So warning people. So if any work is not done by the worker, when work is when he make any delay, when he does any mistake in the work, then that time warning, to warn. Again communication this communication occurs there. So they warn them. So subordinates warn the employees. That is also one of the objective. That is also one of the communication only. To raise the moral. To raise the moral by allowing open discussion, get together, conferences like this, they can keep the moral of the employees so high that they work with the very confidently. So here the moral in this, they make they open discussions, they allow for the open discussion, they get together, then the conference they arrange, meetings they arrange, workshop they arrange. Okay, in that they share their ideas, and by this they increase the confidence of the employees. This is the downward communication. Next one is upward communication. What is an upward communication? What do you mean by the upward communication? It is in the form of daily and periodical reporting, either directly by the employees or through their immediate superiors. So, following are the objectives of the upward communication. So, what are the upward communication? To place the request, to submit the application, to make the suggestions, to demand for the benefits, to express the feelings. Here, upward communication, lower level to superior level, higher level, last level to first level. So requesting, here what all comes? Requesting comes giving the suggestions, requesting, suggesting, and demanding. These all things comes. So to place the request is the first one. So here there will be there are numerous reasons which compels subordinates to make a request seeking some kind of favor from the superiors, like requesting for late coming, for early going, or for seeking the advice, and for sometimes to get the work done, or sometimes getting the leave, taking the leave. So these all things requesting them. And next one is to submit the application for the post of for any higher post, or application for the leave, or application for the increments and all. And to make the suggestions are these are the just opinions. So it may be accepted, or it may not accepted by the superiors, so which improve the situations, modify certain rules, and bring the efficiency. And the next one is to demand for benefits. So this is demand benefits may be financial benefits or the non-financial benefits. Like financial benefit means increasing salary, increments, getting increments and all. Non-financial means bus facilities, hospital facilities and all. So this is the upward communication. And the next one is horizontal communication. Horizontal communication, meaning of the horizontal communication is exchanging the ideas, between the same department, like same department and all, to exchange the information, to establish the linkage, to compare the performance, to bring the coordination, to implement the plans. Horizontal communication is here. Horizontal communication is transformation of ideas between the information between the persons of the same level. So here there are the following are the objectives of the horizontal communication. Horizontal communication. First one is to exchange information. Next one is to establish the linkage, to compare the performance, to bring the coordination, to implement the plans. Sorry, implement spelling is mistake. There is a mistake in this one spelling, so please make a correction over there. Okay, so horizontal communication is between the same level, same department, to exchange the information about the interdepartment activities and the progress made by each department. So same department or the same authority means here clerk to clerk, accountant to accountant, production department to production department, sales department to sales department, like the same level they they exchange the information. And the next one is to establish the linkage and to carry on the organization goals. Linkage means when they do the same duties in the business, when they does the same duties in a organization, uh, they will be having the link between them. So what they does and what these people are doing. So linkage, like production to production linkage will be there, sales to sales linkage will be there, finance to finance linkage will be there. So if they have that linkage, no, they can, means they can work effectively in future, or what they are doing, what these people are doing, they come to know, and they can implement their duties, or if they does any wrong work, then they can implement it. Wrong work can be avoided, like this all. The next one is to compare the performance so that variations can be adjusted. Performance between the same department, finance to finance, like production to production. Okay, performance can be the variations between the same departments. They can compare and they can do better in a future. Next is to identify the to bring the coordination among the departments. Yes, by coming to know, by understanding the duties between the same departments, they bring the coordination among the departments. And the next one is to implement the plans, policies, and the budgets of the concern collectivity and collectively and effectively. They implement the plans. The next one is components of communication, that we will discuss in our next class. But before that, once we'll have a glance over the today's class. We discussed in our today's class objectives of the communication. There are two objectives, general objectives and the specific objectives. So here general objectives are very generally communicated, and the specific objectives are under this specific objective there are three objectives: downward, upward, and horizontal communication. So objectives of downward communication, objectives of upward communication, objectives of horizontal communication we discussed in our today's class. And the components or the process of communication we will discuss in our next class. I hope it is understood. Thank you and have a good day.